Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the County Sports Ground here at Claines Lane in Worcester for today's Midland Football League Premier Division match between Worcester City and our visitors today, and for the first time here at Claines Lane, Racing Club Warwick. Both teams today are in change colours. City, as you may have read, will be wearing the colours of Ukraine, which also happens to be City's away kit, for the rest of the season in support of solidarity with our Ukrainian brothers. There will also be a bucket collection at half-time for our friends in Ukraine. City will be in yellow and blue today, Racing Club Warwick in white and burgundy. Right, I'll go through the teams. For Worcester City, in goal, Adam Harrison. Number 2, Aaron Roberts. Number 3, Sam Whitton. Number 4, great to say this, number 4, Craig Jones, our captain. Number 5, Fortune Mafosa. Number 6, Ben Tilbury. Number 7, Reese Taylor Randall. Number 8, James Douglas. Number 9, Dimitri Brown. Number 10, Bailey Fuller. Number 11, Archie Muirhead. City's subs today: 12, George Baker. 14, Jude Hill. 15, Josh Shuck. 16, Dan Westwood. 17, Cameron Monteith. For Racing Club, in goal it's Dan Crane. Number 2, Dan Kavanagh. Number 3, Josh Steele. Number 4, Connor Mort. Number 5, Ben Kendrick. Number 6, Cal Templeton. 7, Chris Mayuba. 8, Eli Bacco. 9, Romario Martin. 10, Dan Murphy. And 11 is Josh Parsons. Subs for the races today: 12, Ricardo Dudley. 14, Hannibal Salami. 15, LA Ikwa. 16, Toby Scott. 17, Dylan Parker. Your officials today: referee is Lewis Smith. His assistants, John Ross Kelly and Luke Walker. Right, you can now see the highlights from City's most recent game, which was away, of course, at Walsall Wood on Tuesday.
At the end there, it's just a disappointment not to win that game.
Yeah, I thought the lads applied themselves quite well. I mean, we know what they're about. They're a strong physical side, and I felt we've handled it and we've matched it really well. Obviously, they've thrown a lot of bodies at the end, and we've put some good blocks in, and we've got bodies on the line. It's just one of those things there. You sit a little bit deeper, and you invite the pressure on. And we were hoping we could hit them on the counter-attack, but our quality in the final third at times, especially late on in the game, didn't enable us to secure the win. That we probably just about deserved to get the 3 points, but we haven't, and we've got to take it and just deal with it, because we've got to look at that strength in depth and that leadership on that pitch. We've given the ball away in the wrong area. They've hit us, and I said, what more can you say? Really, it's a really disappointing evening, because I felt we should have come away with 3 points.
And yes, it was a poor bit of defending on the throw-in, but to see someone take a throw when he's a good foot on the pitch is a bit disappointing, isn't it? And not to get a foul thrown for it.
You have to deal with the facilities. The pitch is not great. The officials weren't good, but it's all part and parcel of something you've got to just learn to deal with. And unfortunately, we were a couple of minutes away from getting a big 3 points, and it wasn't meant to be.
On positive points though, Dimitri came back in and scored a goal, and he did well in overall holding the ball up when he could in difficult conditions.
Yeah, the conditions weren't great, but look, as I said before, we're not going to make excuses about the pitch, the officials. Decisions go for you, decisions go against you. It's just disappointing that we've got to the final couple of minutes and we've not seen the game out, when the lads have put a lot of effort and heart into it. It's not an easy pitch to play on, but there's no excuses from our point of view. We've got to be better at seeing games out, especially in the last few seconds.
Prize boost with the return of fan favourite Dimitri Brown, who remained joint registered with the club whilst playing for Bromsgrove Rovers and Rushall Olympic. In blustery conditions, City had no chance when Bailey Fuller crossed in, but Archie Muirhead chose not to shoot the first time. With the wind behind them, Walsall created a number of opportunities. The first was created when City failed to clear. Sam Unit sending the ball through to Caden May. He cut inside Sam Hall before forcing Adam Harrison into a save. From the resulting cross, Adam McKirk's close range header hit the post. At the other end, City forced a corner, again swung in by Bailey Fuller, which was hit back across by Ben Tilbury, but Archie Muirhead just couldn't get on the end of the ball. To 35 minutes, City took the lead, with Walsall pushing forward. Sheen Mafosa won the ball midway in City's half, and despite appeals for a free kick, Ben Tilbury sent the ball through to Bailey Fuller. He took on Liam Riley-Stewart before getting a shot off. Cal Smith saved well, but Dimitri Brown was ready and waiting to make it 1-0. Walsall then had a sustained spell of pressure. The impressive Jai Verma crossed in from the right, causing City all sorts of problems. From the resulting corner, with use of the wind, Walsall hit the bar. And just seconds later, Kev Montero thought he'd scored the equaliser, but Adam Harrison saved on the line. In the closing stages of the half, with Walsall on top, Montero then had another opportunity with a header from 12 yards out, which went narrowly wide. Second half continued end to end. Walsall again appealing for a penalty. Adam Harrison clearly won the ball first. It was then City's chance to make use of the win. The long ball fall from Harrison found Bailey Fuller. He cut inside. His shot bid weak, but a nasty bobble saw the ball creep under Cal Smith for a goal kick. On an evening with plenty of strong tackles from both sides, Walsall would be reduced to 10 men on 70 minutes when Phil McCurdy was given a second yellow card. City then created a couple of chances. The first half chance from Bailey Fuller from the edge of the box, but the shot didn't trouble Cal Smith. City kept the pressure up. First Archie Muirhead's shot was saved by Cal Smith. Dimitri Brown's follow-up was blocked. And then from the resulting cross from Reece Taylor-Randall, found Ben Tilbury out on the left. He cut inside but couldn't get enough curl on the ball to finish. Deep into injury time, Walsall Wood were pressing for the equaliser, but as they reached the edge of City's box, an unwanted pitch invasion caused a delay to the game. In the resulting added time, Walsall forced a throw-in, and despite claims from the City bench that the thrower was clearly on the pitch, City failed to clear, leaving Dexamel to finish from 10 yards out to make it 1-0.
City,
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the County Sports Ground here at Claines Lane in Worcester. Today's Midland Football League match, Worcester City versus our friends from Racing Club Warwick. I'll quickly run through the teams for you. Our visitors, the Racers. In goal, Dan Crane. 2, Dan Kavanagh. 3, Josh Steele. 4, Connor Mort. 5, Ben Kendrick. 6, Carl Templeton. 7, Chris Mayuba. 8, Eli Bacco. 9, Romario Martin. 10, Dan Murphy. 11 is Josh Parsons. The Racers subs: 12, Ricardo Dudley. 14, Hannibal Salami. 15, Ale Ikwa. 16, Toby Scott. 17 is Dylan Parker. For City, in goal, it's Adam Harrison. 2, Aaron Roberts. 3, Sam Whitten. 4, Craig Jones. 5, Fortune Mafosa. 6, Ben Tilbury. 7, Reese Taylor Randall. 8, James Douglas. 9, Dimitri Brown. 10, Bailey Fuller. 11, Archie Muirhead. Worcester City subs today: George Baker. At 12, 14 is Jude Hill. 15, Josh Shuck. 16, Dan Westwood. 17 is Cameron Monteith. Today's officials: referees Lewis Smith. His assistants John Ross Kelly, Luke Walker. The Worcester City side today, we've got one player who's played for both teams this season, Fortune Mafosa, who City actually signed for the first time after we won 1-0 at Townsend Meadow back in September. And for Craig Jones, this is his first game today since breaking his ankle in that match at Townsend Meadow. Also delighted to see Dimitri Brown in the City shirt again. Obviously he played for us on Wednesday night on dual registration from Tuesday night, wasn't it? From Rushall Olympic, who played up at Walsall Wood, and he starts again today. And a welcome back to Dan Westwood, who has returned to the club after a month on loan at, I think, was Black Country Rangers. Racing Club have made, they've actually used 56 players this season so far. I mean, change of manager in September, Scotty Easterlow returned to the club, and the side he inherited has pretty much moved on, bar, I think, Josh Steele. One or two others have been around for a while. He's starting to get a settled side now, though. It's just made 2 new signings. They're both on the bench. Toby Scott and Dylan Parker. Toby Scott was, I think, the youth team captain at Solihull Moors, under 21 captain. He's been at Hales Owen so far this season. And Dylan Parker is a well-known goal scorer at this level of football. He's did extremely well for Stratford Town for a couple of seasons, and he's recently been banging them in for Rugby Town. But he's now decided to make his way to Warwick and is signed up for the races in time for today. Of course, we'll also know Romario Martin well. He tends to score against us for Highgate United, Walsall Wood, and I'm sure other clubs as well. So Warwick attacking the north end of the ground. Start with, seem to have lined up in a flat 4-4-2, as have City to start with. First free kick as Mort is challenged by Taylor Randall. It's a little too vigorously for the liking of referee Smith. So it'll be Steele to take the free kick. Just a yard inside the City half. So City down the slope in the first half. Start with easily by Douglas, who looks to play it up to Brown. Brown is muscled out of it, but broken for Taylor Randall to try and play Muirhead in down the left. Archie Muirhead looks up, he checks outside, cuts back in, ball into the boxes, well dealt with by Steele. Douglas tidies up and feeds it back to Fortune Mafosa. He's looked for a wide ball for Bailey Fuller. Bailey is 15 yards inside, so straight out for a throw in, pretty much level with the edge of the Racing Club box, which Josh Steele will take. He's looking to launch this. Tries to find Murphy. It's dealt with by Douglas. Taylor Randall, prominent early on, is in very quickly there. Strong, familiar figure of Romario Martin. Always prepared to put a shift in for his side. Step over from Mayuba. That's gone out for a City throw. Taylor Randall completely unmarked there. He sold Fuller a short one, but anyway, it's worked out alright. Roberts is bombing on. Plays in Dimitri Brown. Back out to Roberts. Cuts inside. Looking for an option from Douglas. Tilbury's come short, so plays it inside to Taylor Randall. Taylor Randall and Fuller linking up well, but it's back out to Jamie Douglas. Roberts with the overlap. It's looking for some movement. It comes from Bailey Fuller, who's been taken out very late. But Muirhead's connected with on the volley, but appears to be no further action being taken for the very late challenge on Bailey Fuller, but it's a goal kick. Goal kick to Racing Club, which Dan Crane will take. Dan Crane will be a familiar name to non-league aficionados. Starred for Burton Albion for several years. Solihull Moors as well, and we'll know him best probably for playing for the enemy. Well, they weren't really the enemy, but Bromsgrove Rovers, Bromsgrove Sporting, and any other teams associated with Bromsgrove for many years. He's about 37 now, I think, but still an extremely good goalkeeper. Craig Jones, his first involvement since September. Header down, which Roberts being put under pressure. Jones plays it in midfield into Tilbury. Douglas has been muscled off the ball, but it's broken for Aaron Roberts, who's looking to play in Dimitri Brown, just 10 yards inside the Warwick half. The game hasn't really settled down yet. Everything's a little bit rushed so far, a little bit hurried. It's cleared by Templeton out for a throw to City, which is halfway inside the Warwick half on the left. The ball's gone for a swim. So the first 5 minutes been a little frenetic without any signs of any quality as yet, but it's Roberts now with the throw into Brown. Brown on the half turn but loses control. So far it's been a case of both sides squandering possession, really, more than anything. Mayuba's looked to play Murphy in here, a ball over the top. It's just going to run on for Adam Harrison to pick up. He bowls it out immediately out to Sam Whitten on the City left, just about to cross halfway. Looking for some movement from Muirhead. Whitten's been closed down and Tilbury's there to deal. Tidies up nicely, Ben Tilbury. Had the option of Mafosa, but has gone straight back to Adam Harrison. It's been a quick ball out to Reece Taylor-Randall, who's again moved it on quickly to Bailey Fuller, just in front of the dugouts. Fuller's looking for a switch. Well dealt with by Dan Kavanagh. Right back very optimistic from Ben Tilbury there. He's a full 32 yards out and didn't get any power or direction behind the shot. There were better options available to him, but he's thought of the restored sign behind the goal as pulling the ball into the net for him. Unfortunately, he's aimed for the left of the sign rather than the centre of it. Of course, Dan Crane and Craig Jones will have played together at Bromsgrove. Whitten carries it on from Muirhead. Early cross to the back stick. It's just enough on it from Steele to stop the onrushing Bailey Fuller, who would have had a chance to pull it down and get a shot away. So it's a throw into City, taken from probably 10 yards behind where it was actually won and wasted. And Douglas's ball back to the thrower Roberts, a little too strong, straight at him, and anyway, it's another throw. The Racing Club still takes. He's very short with his. It's very harum-scarum. This game is already crying out for someone to put their foot on the ball and show a little bit of quality. Tilbury keeps it simple. Back to Mafosa just inside the City half. His attempted sideways ball to Roberts is closed down. It's out for a throw, which Roberts will take. Brown on the half turn gets an early and deep cross in. Muirhead and Kavanagh tangle. Nothing in it. Kavanagh executes the clearance up to halfway, where Sam Whitten picks it up. Muirhead wasn't available to receive an early ball, so he's gone back to Mafosa, just 5 yards inside the City half, looking for options. Plays short to Douglas. It's all a little disconnected. Taylor Randall looks to play Brown in. The flag has gone up. I better not say anything else on that other than the referee's assistant decided there was an offside there. We don't have VAR, but we do have video, so we will get to have a look at that later on. It's well, at least he hasn't called that one offside. There are only 3 defenders behind this time. There's Kendrick with a bit of time in the centre. Looks to play it out to. Okay. Referee's given a free kick there for foul by Sam Whitten on Chris Mayoba, right on the halfway. Which Ben Kendrick will launch into the City half. Can't remember the last time I saw a match where both sides were wearing a change kit. It's flicked on by Murphy for Martin. Martin was actually uncharacteristically back on his heels. Plenty of space for Bacco now. He tries to chop but doesn't take the ball with him.
I think you were doing the commentary last time Romario Martin scored against us, weren't you? That was for...
It was probably for Highgate. I think he'd been at Walsall Wood, scored against us, and then promptly joined Highgate and scored straight away for Highgate. And I think I probably said, well, you can guess what's going to happen now, can't you? But,
it was a screamer as well, wasn't it? It was a great goal.
It was a smashing goal, yeah. It's just hard any backlift, just drill right in the corner. Nothing anybody can do about it. He's an explosive sort of player that's he's very much a confidence player, but give him half a chance and the onion bag will get a swish. We could do with somebody having half a chance now, even if it's Warwick, to be honest, because at the moment there's absolutely nothing going on. It's a throw to City, which Sam Whitten's going to take on halfway, looking for some movement. There isn't any, so it's going to have to be back to Mafosa. 10 yards inside the City half. Mafosa isn't closed down, looks to playing down the channel and puts about 30 yards too much on it. Whitten keeps the attempted clearance of Templeton in. Taylor Randall just outside the box looking for options. Douglas now plays it out for Bailey Fuller. We've got Aaron Roberts on the overlap, but well dealt with by Parsons, but it's ended up back with Adam Harrison getting a chance for a clearance, which Templeton has dealt with 10 yards inside the Racing Club half. And now we've got Ben Tilbury moving forward, looking for a ball over the top. It's Dimitri Brown is onside. Dimitri Brown onside with his left foot, but he's put it a yard or two past the angle. That might have been the assistant levelling it up for the previous error, to be honest, because I thought he was possibly a yard offside there. The video will tell us. We'll see if I know nothing about football, but first chance of the game anyway to City. We remain goalless. Crane with the goal kick. Foster and Douglas go for it together. Whitten looks to tidy up. It's a bit of a bubbly back pass to Harrison, but Harrison's dealt with it comfortably. Kendrick comes forward, but can only pick out Tilbury as an early lofted ball into the channel for Dimitri Brown to chase. Brown on the edge of the box. He's looking for some movement. He's got inside, thinks it to the far post. Clever ball from Brown, looking for Bailey Fuller, who moved in on the back stick, and the header from Templeton was actually a little bit too close to his own goal for comfort. Corner to City, first corner of the game. Bailey Fuller will take it. We've got Jones and Mafosa have both come up from the back. Aaron Roberts is on the back post. Corner's been sort of part dealt with and now cleared, and it's now back on halfway where Sam Whitten is the last man. He looks to play in Aaron Roberts, who's come over onto the left back side following the set piece. He had acres of space there, but hasn't progressed quite as I think we hoped. Again dealt with by Templeton, but only as far as Craig Jones, who's looked to play Dimitri Brown in again. Brown looking just to create that for yard, and as Ben Tilbury plays the ball into the box, and it's good movement there. That's Archie Muirhead had peeled off and come back inside, and well defended in the end by Templeton. Templeton looks resolute at the back, the Racing Club captain. I think he's a Northern Irish Youth International, Templeton, or something like that. Under 21 or Youth International, but certainly got some good pedigree and appears to be a very capable defender. Very optimistic from Mayuba, but Conor Mort did extremely well. There's been an off the ball involving Danny Murphy and Fortune Mafosa. The referee's assistant did see it. So we'll see what transpires. Murphy hadn't arrived at Racing Club when Mafosa was still playing for them. And of course, it's been an interesting journey for Fortune this season. Started at Racing Club, 5 games for them at the start of the season, which I think included a red card. His last game for the club was against Worcester, and then subsequently, obviously, he came to City, and then Telford United. Romario Martin's been called over, and played for Telford United for a while, then go back to the City. So it's can't hear what the referee's saying, but he's told them both to put their handbags away and get on with it. Adam Harrison with the free kick for City then, 10 yards, 15 yards inside the City half. He's, well, straight on the head of a Racing Club defender. Given away by Tilbury. Needs to see some. First under a bit of pressure from Martin there, and has ended up Playing it back to Harrison, who's dealt with it comfortably. We've not seen Bailey Fuller yet. Murphy's done well, played the ball in. He's had the pace on Jones, gone round him on the outside, put it back, and Whitten was across to cover. Out for a throw. That's the first moment of danger we've seen from Racing Club. So it's Steele with the throw in, halfway inside the City half. Plays it short to Martin. Martin has a chance to turn. Mayubra's tucked in. Sorry, that was Bacco, sorry. And then Conor Mort has been penalised for stopping Douglas moving away with the ball.
I'm sure Adam Harrison will be really grateful for those back passes.
It's a bit of a bumpy pitch. One or two of them have reared at him, but he's dealt with everything with his usual confidence and competence so far. So it's Craig Jones plays it short to Ben Tilbury. It's a slightly heavy touch from Tilbury. Back to Jones, and we've just basically put ourselves under a little bit of pressure. Mafosa Muirhead and Kavanagh tangle there. Probably about right. 6-1 and a half a dozen. The ball had broken in favour of the Warwick player, so probably was just sort of a 52-48 against Muirhead, but anyway. Claines taking the free kick from a good 5 yards infield, but never mind. Halfway inside the Racing Club half. Crane lifts it forward. Tilbury is there in the first ball. Murphy's come back to pick up. Parsons are coming off his wing. So Brown holds it up nicely on halfway. Looks for Jamie Douglas, who's of course, the last time Worcester City entertained Racing Club Warwick in a league match was up at the Victoria Ground in Bromsgrove. And I seem to recall City got a couple of early goals, Dimitri Brown scoring at least one of them, probably two. Then Racing Club's Joe Smith got himself sent off for dissent. And the racers really weren't at the races that day. And it ended up 9-0 to Worcester City. Sean Brown and Dimitri Brown both got hat-tricks. I think Marco scored a couple as well. Quiz question for you City fans out there. Who scored the other goal? Probably Loco. Oh, it's Bailey Fuller for the first time really in the game. He's looked to play Whitten's had the shot and it's been deflected into his own net by Templeton. Completely innocuous, harmless, but Sam Whitten's just played the ball back into the box and it was a hell of a finish, but there hasn't been a run of play, so I can't say it was against the run of play. There hasn't been any play, but we've had 20 minutes and it's Worcester City 1, Racing Club Warwick 0.
Well, at the end of the day, you'll take a goal from any way it comes, wouldn't you, really? Especially when there hasn't been a shot.
They all count. Shots on target 0, goals in the plus column 1.
That's all that matters.
Got to feel a bit sorry for the defender on that one, actually. But so only 8 more to go until we've matched the last time we played against the Racers at home. They've been a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde side in the last few weeks, Racing Club. I think the last 6 matches they've won 3 and lost 3. The wins included a highly impressive 2-0 win at Shifnal Town, which of course not many teams have been able to do this season. But their other wins were against I think Wolverhampton Casuals last week and Hormond 3-2 at home. But they've also lost to Romulus, Lichfield and Stone in that time. Of course, losing 1-0 at Stone is not a disgrace. We seem to think of another team who managed that this season. So it's Harrison now with the goal kick. Halfway through the first half. For those who like chasing eggs, the Warriors from up the road have just come back to 14 each against Exeter Chiefs. My phone vibrated. I thought it was something important, but no, the Warriors have scored a try. Fuller is being well marshalled, let's say. He's not been in the game yet because he's not had a yard of grass to work in. It's all very harem-scarem, all very sort of broken. Oh, Fuller with a great piece of skill to completely skin Josh Steele. Then tries to take on Templeton and ends up being unceremoniously dumped to the ground, although it's only a throw-in, which Jamie Douglas is looking to take. He goes to Ben Tilbury. It's gone back to Craig Jones just inside the Racing Club half, looking for Fuller. It's a poor first touch, an uncharacteristic first touch from Fuller, and out for a Racing Club throw. The wind is causing a few problems out there. It is quite blustery.
It's been a very windy couple of months, hasn't it? Most games that we played the last 2 months have been windy.
Yes, I was hoping for a few wind-free days. Sounds like a funny thing to say. I had the week off, so I got doing a bit of fishing, and it was so windy. We couldn't fish how we intended to, so ended up fishing basically under our feet. But it was so windy we couldn't actually throw the bait in, so the bait was actually ending up under our feet, and that's where all the fish turned up. So it worked out very nicely. So if you're watching this, Coppo, we've got a City free kick 10 yards outside the Race Club box, not quite on the angle. Bailey Fuller looking to take it. It's just about in shooting range. If Jamie Smith was out there, it would definitely be in shooting range. But I think Bailey's looking to clip this, probably from the Fosa. No, that'll teach me. He's gone for it, and he's got it wind assisted or not. It's gone about 3 yards wide of the near post. So not the best effort we've seen, and certainly not the usual standard.
Looking at the conditions in the pitch and the bobbiness of the pitch, you've got to get it on target, haven't you? And even if you knock it low, it takes a nasty bobble, it's on target.
Yeah, it's good. Well, as we've already shown today, you don't have to be putting things on target to score goals in this game, but it makes life a lot easier if it is going towards the goal. Our last winning goal up at Highgate a fortnight ago, I think had the great grandmother of all bobbles to end up in the top corner from Reese's shot. But,
and we nearly had one on Tuesday to Warsaw. Bailey Fuller had a shot which was going wide, took a really nasty bobble underneath the keeper, but out for a goal kick. But if it had been on target, it would have been in. It was a really comfortable save, but didn't end up being a comfortable save because the ball bobbled.
Well, I suppose it's Midland League pitches this time of year with all the weather conditions we've had. It's the amount of rain we've had recently. The fact that the pitch is as playable as it is, even if it is like playing on a cabbage patch. Whitten's in again down the left here, and it got the better of Kavanagh and then stumbled and then brought Kavanagh down as Kavanagh recovered. Crane with the free kick up to halfway, which Tilbury gets up. Dimitri Brown's been very well marshalled by Ben Kendrick so far. He's not had a... We're starting to see more from Ben Tilbury. The last couple of games, he's starting to gain a little bit of confidence and starting to show us why he is rated. That's nice from Roberts. A couple of touches from Roberts, and Tim Harris, not very happy with the challenge there, but so here's the Buccaneering Sam Whitten. He's played in Muirhead's left foot. This time they don't put it in their own net, it goes out for a corner. Corner which Archie Muirhead's going across to take. City's second. "27 minutes gone here at Claines Lane. It's still Worcester City 1, Racing Club Warwick 0. Muirhead with the corner. Brown got up highest, but flicked it out, basically out to Roberts, out on the right touchline. Fuller looking to cut inside on his left foot. Taylor Randall plays it out to Roberts. The press from Racing Club is, as it has been all game, is immediate. Jamie Douglas tries to swing one across. Foster gets up. Dimitri Brown looking to bring the ball down. It's gone out to Fuller again. It's a little bit scrappy still. Fuller well closed down. Aaron Roberts looks to dig one out. Eli Backer deals with it on the edge of the box and immediately plays Chris Mayuba. Wide Mayuba comes over halfway. He's cut inside. He's looking. I said, referee, that is totally wrong. That is an excellent tackle. Cleanly won the ball. Any contact with the player at all. It's a poor decision. You can tell from the reaction of the Racing Club players, because at this level of football, if anybody does anything remotely against the rules of the game, they squeal like grease pigs and run up and down and chase the referee around like it's kabaddi. They just couldn't believe it had happened. Anyway, the free kick's been sent in by Parsons, well dealt with at the back. It's Kavanagh's across to Mayuba's got the better of Whitten there, but Mafosa with the cleared header. Fortunately, Mafosa, who was booked again for the non-foul on Mayuba, but I don't know how many yellow cards he's got this season now, but it's I would think it's pretty into double figures now. There's barely a week goes by without him incurring the wrath of one of the officials. I suppose if you're wholehearted and committed and stand out through being wholehearted and committed, you get penalised. The Racing Club free kick and attack came to nothing, petered out. Harrison's clearance has been headed out to play by Racing Club on halfway. Douglas looking to play Dimitri Brown in again. Kendrick, as he has all games so far, dealt with it comfortably. Put it back to Crane out. And Connor Moore too, I think is 21-year-old, made his debut the last couple of weeks. That's going to run through for Harrison, picks it up comfortably. So we approach the half-hour mark. It's still Worcester City 1, Racing Club Warwick 0. Harrison's clearance there.
I think we've had a majority of the possession, but just not really done anything with it, really.
Yeah, I most totally agree, Rich. Our most creative players haven't had a chance to get involved with the game, really. Yet it's been predominantly because of the wind conditions. It's been a case of get it forwards quickly and pick up anything that happens. rather than playing our usual sort of possession game. But Dan Crane has found peg 3 on the pond, so it's going to be a throw to City, level with the edge of the Racing Club box, down the City right, which Aaron Roberts takes. This switch ball isn't working. Maybe it's because of the wind, but it's not getting through to Archie Muirhead, and Dan Kavanagh's pretty much got it. Muirhead cuts inside. It's still going, and it's good to see Craig Jones back in a City shirt. It was a horrible injury back in September. Ironically, the player who inflicted the injury, that was the only game he played for Racing Club. So, Craig Jones was looking as fit as he'd ever done, and in great shape. He's a really nasty broken ankle, and it's testament to his indefatigability that he's back out there again today. Oh, that's a very, very late one there from Bacco on Ben Tilbury. Not Bacco, sorry, it was actually Mayuba on Ben Tilbury. Well, if Fortune got a yellow card, then this has to be a yellow. A yellow it is. So it's 1 each on yellows, 0-0 on chances, 1-0 to City on the score sheet. Wow. Harrison then with the free kick, 15 yards inside the City half. Launching it for Dimitri Brown. Templeton dealing with it comfortably, letting it straight out for a throw, pretty much level with the edge of the box, which Aaron Roberts will take. Roberts again showing his versatility, playing it right back today, having played centre half, centre midfield and centre forward in recent weeks when not suspended. Muirhead actually gets a yard of space for once. Reece Taylor-Randall, that's Mayuba's dealt with that very comfortably, played it off. Taylor-Randall out for a throw to Racing Club. It's looking a little ploughed down this side of the pitch. Big target man Murphy gets the flick on. Not seen much of Josh Parsons yet, but Taylor Randall looks to play Dimitri Brown in down the channel. They've actually swapped defenders against Brown. Templeton is now taking Brown, and he's given away a free kick down in the corner. Which Bailey Fuller has gone across to take. Ref having a little word with Josh Parsons. So 36 minutes gone here at the County Sports Ground here at Claines Lane. Bailey Fuller to swing this free kick in. Nobody gone around on the back post. For this one, I'm assuming that Mafosa and Roberts are going to peel off to the back post. Yes, they are. Mafosa actually got there first. It's acrobatically cleared by Mort. Bako's done fantastically well there. Absolutely tremendous work from Bako. He's wriggled out 4 people there. That's managed to break up to halfway where Craig Jones has just a little nibble on Mayuba, and it's been brought back for a free kick to Racing Club, which Kendrick will look to launch. It's over Jones. It's actually Steele coming in on the back stick here with the first time ball, but thumped away by Fortune Mafosa. Yes, they've definitely switched their centre half who's dealing with Dimitri Brown, because it was Templeton was first to him again there. There's a few games going on today in the Midland League. I'll see if I can get some. Lightown and Hormond are a goal apiece. Starport 3, Tividale 2 in an action-packed first half. Boldmere and Stone are goalless. James Douglas again looks for the diagonal ball out to Bailey Fuller. Douglas got clear instructions today to be looking for that through ball. It's fizz the number in at pace, so again that one's gone through. Straight through to Dan Crane. We're coming into the last 5 minutes of the first half. And it's still Worcester City 1, Racing Club Warwick 0, which is... it's not been a great spectacle, to be fair. Romario Martins just got clean through here from Mayuba. And Racing Club have equalised. A goal from Dan Murphy's hit it. Danger appeared to be over. Mafosa appeared to have the ball, but somehow Murphy's just hit one from the edge of the box and it's just flowed into a completely unguarded net. Stunned silence around the around Claines Lane. But first of all, Romario Martin sprung the offside trap, but then appeared to be dealt with. There were 4 or 5 City players, including Adam Harrison, around the ball, but somehow the only Racing Club player anywhere near it has managed to stick it in the back of the net for 20 yards. So we go again. Sloppy goal to concede, but probably one befitting the game, to be honest. Douglas again closed down by the very industrious Mort. He literally hasn't stopped pressing for the first half, and Mafosa taking a bit of a risk there. We've already seen that Murphy's got a little pace, and Mafosa's played in Muirhead, who's a couple of pieces of skill there. But Wind assisted diagonal from a post that goes out for a goal kick. Which, I think that stunned everybody, that goal. It's certainly out of the blue.
I think they looked even more stunned than we do.
Yeah. I mean, the chance was when Romario Martin got clean through, but then dithered on it, and it had been dealt with. I mean, I want to see it back. Unless the clearance has gone straight at Murphy and rebounded in, I'm at a loss as to how the one person around 4 or 5 City players has managed to get on the end of it. Bailey Fuller, who's been a bit out of sorts, I think, in the first half. He's played it back to Mafosa on halfway. We haven't... It must be the surface, because we've not played any football at all. This City side usually plays some really attractive attacking football. We've not had a chance to do any of that today. It's a combination of the wind and the fact that the pitch has been used by the County FA for a tractor display, I think. There's a chance. Kavanagh's slipped, so Muirhead with a little bit of trickery, but never really got the ball under control, and it bobbled out softly for a goal kick, which was a disappointing end because he appeared to be in then. Last minute of the first half. Not a first half. It's going to be staying long in the memory banks. A little passage of play actually sums up the first half. An overhit through ball, a bad touch from a City player who then decided to pass back to his keeper but sliced the back past 15 yards wider than he intended to, and the keeper then shanked it straight out of play. I think that's
a good summation.
That's the first half, yeah. There are versions of this called The Beautiful Game, apparently. Reece Taylor-Randall battling away with Eli Bacco, and Bacco has stuck his Bacco in the way, and Taylor-Randall has bundled him over. It's been impressive first half, Bacco. He gets on with things, he's worked very, very hard. Him and Mort have both worked extremely hard in the midfield for races. There's been a very eager press all over the park. I mean, we've not seen as much of Parsons on the left, but the two central midfield guys have really got stuck in. It's Steele with the long free kick pumped into the City box. Templeton has got the flick on, has gone out for a goal kick, and that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the entertainment for the first half. Now Rich has got his work cut out now to try and produce a highlights package from the first half, but I haven't sworn at all. Roberts with the overlap. It's looking for some movement. It comes from Bailey Fuller, who's been taken out very late. But Muirhead's connected with on the volley, but it's ended up back with Adam Harrison getting a chance for a clearance, which Templeton has dealt with 10 yards inside the Racing Club half. And now we've got Ben Tilbury moving forward, looking for a ball over the top. It's Dimitri Brown is onside. Dimitri Brown onside with his left foot, but he's put it a yard or two past it. Kendrick comes forward, but can only pick out Tilbury as an early lofted ball into the channel for Dimitri Brown to chase. Brown on the edge of the box, he's looking for some movement. He's got inside, thinks it to the far post. Probably Loco. Oh, it's Bailey Fuller for the first time really in the game. He's looked to play. Witten's had the shot, and it's been deflected into his own net by Templeton. Completely innocuous, harmless, but to be fair, Romario Martins just got clean through here from Mayuba, and Racing Club have equalised. A goal from Dan Murphy's hit it. was sort of hoping that they decided to abandon this one at half time, but no, come back out for more. City now going uphill in the second half. Felt like they were going uphill in the first half. But, no changes for either side, as I can see. Roberts looking at Dimitri Brown, has turned well, shrugged off the challenge of Templeman. He's gone on the outside, he's gone beyond Steele. Steele's recovered well, the driven clearance up to halfway. Zoda Murphy, Craig Jones deals with it. Roberts goes well towards Bailey Fuller. Tricky manoeuvre on halfway, looking well done by John Douglas. Tilbury's through ball to Dimitri Brown actually missed Kendrick altogether, and missed Brown, and Templeton had to pick up the pieces. So, throw into City just on pretty much on halfway. Douglas closed down immediately, as he has been the entire match. Mayuba, who's already been shown a card, pulling on Whitman. So Sam Whitman with the throw-in for City, halfway inside, attacking the final heave end, I suppose we call it. Taylor Randall tries to turn, loses possession. Arsenal's much to put it forward. Tilbury's been really well there to get that just out of the place. Space it back in Tilbury, a little bit of space. It's a nice ball through for Taylor Randall, who's got the shot away and deflected. Deflected off Kendrick and out for a corner. So a bright start for City in the second half. The crowd have woken up. It's a number one hit from the 60s, Come On City. Bailey Fuller with the corner. City over everybody. Dimitri Brown was coming in from wide out right, it's well over his head. Out for a goal kick. It's a third corner so far for City, and they've all been equally as effective so far. We were saying at half time that this pitch is actually probably more suited to rugby than football. Certainly when the ball bounces towards you, it's about as predictable as what a rugby ball is going to do. But talking of rugby, our friends from Sitways, not the Raiders, our friends from Sitways, are now beating Exeter 21-14. Douglas is finding himself a bit of space by dropping deep. It seems like a plan that's enough. Tilbury's actually pushing on a little bit further. Mort hasn't been closing down quite as much in the first couple of minutes. It takes a bit of getting used to without his Captain Jack Sparrow haircut or whatever it was. Certainly a drastic change. It's a nice turn from your head. Came to nothing, and unfortunately referee decided that Reece Taylor Randall impeded his opponent then. So the attack, Peters out once again, down Crane on the free kick. closely dealt with it. It's Bacco played him in, so I'm impressed with Bacco today. And, slightly more enterprising start to the second half than we saw in the first 45 minutes. Both sides have realised that the opposition aren't in their bad game, so they go for it. Telegraph there, you can see it as well. Mort's looking for the volley. It's well closed down by Douglas.
It's not very deep there, aren't we?
Yeah, we haven't come out. Having cleared the first danger, we haven't stepped up. Nice ball from backward on the side to Mayuba, who's got the beating of Whitten, but chipped ball. It's actually really well dealt with by Gray Jones. He's going to come out to steal. I thought he might have the shot. He's completely bought a free kick there. It is a free kick. He's knocked it out wide to nobody, but with impeded by actually Muirhead in the process.
That's a poor free kick to give away, isn't it? The man's gone, the ball's gone.
It's unnecessary.
And just as soon as you get across him, he's going to go down. You're going to get a free kick. So what's he doing?
Let's turn the commentary on, shall we?
Okay. Say again.
Let's turn the commentary on.
Has it not been on?
Yeah, it was, but I turned it off by mistake. So we are over 5 minutes into the second half. Free kick to Racing Club just outside the city box. Mort and Parsons over it. I think Mort's going to take it. Sideways, Bacco with a little flick over the top, intended for Martin, but Harrison was alert to the danger. Early ball to Dimitri Brown, which Brown's done well to win it, but then it's been robbed by a returning Mort. One of these uncontested drop balls, which Aaron Roberts cuts inside Parsons, then looks to play Jamie Douglas, who's gone for the driven diagonal ball for Whitten. It's a great first touch from Whitten. Looks to put it back in. Muirhead stepped over it for Fuller and defended out with it. The first under a bit of pressure here from Murphy, but he's done well to clear it. Couple of little things I've noticed. They're not, well, Racing Club aren't pressing as much in midfield. Whereas
I think when we've had the ball, Archie Muirhead's got himself into some good spots, but he keeps running back into danger, and we're losing the ball. He's lost it 3 or 4 times in good positions.
Substitution there for Racing Club. They flashed up number 10, so Murphy has gone off and Dylan Parker has come on for his debut. Prolific goal scorer Dylan Parker. Let's hope he doesn't continue that today. So it's Roberts looking to push on. You can see how heavy the pitch is. It's good solid challenge there from Steele. And Tilbury sees the ball go out for a City throw midway inside the Racing Club half. Very late one on Fuller there from Parsons, which is not going to see a booking. The game seems to have opened a little bit this half. I think Racing Club have thought, hang on, we can get something out of this, and they've started attacking a little bit more. And the press they had going on throughout the first half hasn't been quite as effective so far. But it's Fuller looking to swing this one in, possibly. Aims to the back post. It's headed down by Roberts to the space where Dimitri Brown wasn't. Racing Club on the break now with Mayuba. He's played an early ball, which Sam Whitner's dealt with effectively. Brown coming back from an offside position, got involved. Has got involved. It's Rhys Taylor Randall now. Finds Dimitri Brown, who's lots of squealing from the resident experts on the AstroTurf side for a free kick that wasn't. Throw to Racing Club, 15 yards inside their own half on the City left. Long ball from Foster looking to play Dimitri Brown in. Brown's done well to get there, and then he's hooked it across into the box and nothing's happened. Warriors are now 33-19 up against Exeter. Nobody cares, I know, but they are anyway. City looking to build down their left. It's Taylor Randall looks in field. Muirhead gets a heavy touch. He's found Bailey Fuller, who's got shot away into the side netting. It's an instant first touch and then right foot driven shot from Bailey Fuller just into the side netting. Closest City have come so far in the second half. It's Dan Crane with the goal kick. So 58 minutes gone. Sliced out for a throw to City, which Sam Whitner's there to take. Looking for options. Douglas Tilbury showing for it. In the end, throws it over Fuller's head. Gives Racing Club the time and space to start again with Steele down their left. Comes to be dealt with by Foster, who finds Douglas. Douglas looking for the lofted ball for actually Muirhead to chase. Josh Steele's done well. He's done extremely well because he managed to get the ball off Muirhead and out for a Racing Club throw. They've looked untroubled at the back, Racing Club, to be fair. I mean, despite the obvious own goal, which was extremely unfortunate. We haven't put them under too much pressure. We've not had many. I mean, Brown's had the one shot wide in the first half. Fuller's just sort of shot into the side netting, but we haven't created anything else to speak of, and given away badly by Tilbury there. We've got the ball back halfway inside Racing Club half. Whitten looks to get on with it quickly, finds Douglas. It's over Tilbury, who gives it back to Douglas. Again, the through ball cut out. So here's Dylan Parker with his first touches in a Racing Club shirt. Nice touch from Mort. He got himself a bit of space for the shot. The shot was heavily deflected immediately by Douglas and goes out for a corner. So the Racers' first corner of the match.
So apart from a roller on the pitch, what can you see to improve this game for us?
pestilence, plague of locusts, floodlight failure. Short corner from Parsons to Romario Martin that didn't work. It's bounced back, and here's Mayuba, who has looked lively. Swung in by Steele to the back stick. It's over everybody. Parsons has given up the ghost on that one. It's gone out for a City goal kick. How are we going to improve the game? We're just going to have to keep grinding and just keep plugging away and hope that we get one of those lucky breaks. They put it in their own net again, or a flash of inspiration. We've got some inspirational players.
Talking about that, we've had probably a couple of shots in the whole game, so that's one thing that needs to improve, isn't it? The shooting.
Yeah, we're not getting the shots in.
On target, I don't think we've had one on target.
Well, we haven't had a shot on target yet, no. We're trying to play these through balls that just aren't working today. They've either been overhit or they've been dealt with. Douglas has done well there. They're back on the press now, Racing Club again. They had 10 minutes at the start of the half where they seem to be going for more. It was a terrible waste from Tilbury there, giving the ball away. It's got a chance to win it back. No. Muirhead makes things happen. He's played it out to Bailey Fuller, who's found Reece Taylor-Randall a couple of steps. Gets the shot away, and a strong hand from Crane pushing it back out into the danger zone, but nobody in a City shirt there to deal with it. Taylor-Randall appears to have gone up a gear this half. He's found Roberts. Floated cross, it's over Muirhead, thundered away by Kavanagh. The Racing Club can build again, and it's Josh Steele coming up over halfway. He's trying to play Parker in down the channel. Effectively dealt with by Craig Jones, out for a Racing Club throw. 5 yards from the corner flag. It looks like another change. It's I think Ricardo Dudley coming on for Dan Kavanagh. Two subs now for the Racers then, and it's going to be Parsons with the throw. So they're going for the long throw. Mayuba's shot is thumped away by Witten, but only flicked back in by Parsons, dealt with by Fosa, but it's up and over. Still not really clear, but Parsons wasn't watching what was going on and has been caught offside, bringing to an end probably the most sustained spell of anything the Racing Club have had in the match, which was about 30 seconds. It needs a spark from somewhere. Harrison's come over having a bit of a flap in the wind. It's a nice ball from Tilbury out to Witten on the edge of the box. He's looking up, pulls it back for Tilbury. So it's away to Douglas, who's in Roberts. A lot of City players in the box now. Bailey Fuller. He's had a dig from 30 yards straight into the chest of Templeman. Roberts gets away from Martin, looking for options. He's found Muirhead on the City right. Muirhead looking at the cross. Bacco has dealt with that comfortably and has come away with the ball. Really does look a decent player, this lad. But he's given the ball away though to Dimitri Brown, and well, yet again nothing happens. He's gone out for a City throw 7 or 8 yards from the corner flag. There's me saying that Bacco looks a good player, then he promptly gave the ball away on the edge of his own box. But, Brown on the turn, goes off Templeton, out for a corner, which Bailey Fuller's gone across the take. Another really deep corner out to the back stick where Dimitri Brown's just about kept it in on the touchline. It's a back for Taylor Randall. Go back in field to Sam Whitten, pretty much back on halfway. Mafosa looks up. He's only found the imposing figure of Ricardo Dudley. It really is a man mountain. So, quick break from Racing Club, but well dealt with by Craig Jones. Comfortably back to Adam Harrison, who's found Mafosa in a bit of space. City's shape is all over the place, though. They're completely ragged at the back at the moment, and nobody's picking up. Aaron Roberts looks up. Taylor Randall made a quick run, but wasn't spotted by Roberts. All a bit scrappy again. They've all, well, they're trying, but it's just not coming off today. It's little improvised dinks over the top of things. Heavy surface, of course. You know, 3 or 4 days after the last heavy surface. It's already been a long season. Dimitri Brown's had nothing off the top all game from Kendrick and Templeton. So it's Fortune Mafosa again, looking long. Ricardo Dudley is coming at right back, deals with it awkwardly. Oh, mistake there from Bacco, which is Bailey Fuller looking to play Jamie Douglas, who's come back out to Aaron Roberts. Roberts was going to line up the shot then, but he's decided to cut inside. City are keeping the ball a bit better, but it's not really coming to anything. So here's Sam Whitten moving forward now. Muirhead on the half turn. Muirhead gets the shot away, but it's, with the greatest respect, it's more of a back pass than a shot, and it's comfortably dealt with by Dan Crane. Quickly rolls it out to Josh Steele. Nicely weighted ball in for Dylan Parker, who'd run in between the centre halves. Steele gets it back and Dudley's put himself into trouble there, but they've got away with it. Brown valiantly chased it down, but to no avail. They might have spotted a weakness in the races now. The substitution they've made, bringing on Dudley for Kavanagh. Dudley hasn't settled into the game yet, and he's been a bit unsure on a couple of touches. Third and final sub for the races. They're taking off Josh Parsons and bringing on Toby Scott for his debut. He's another industrious midfielder. Recently been at Helzo in town. I think the Solihull Moorsia team captain as well. And for us, it's George Baker coming on for Archie Muirhead. Archie's worked very hard again today. He's got himself into some decent positions. I'm sure he shrinks about 2 inches during the match. We're getting clogged down in all the mud. So he's worked very hard again too. And Bailey Fuller is also coming off. And it's a returning Dan Westwood.
How many goals has he scored since he's been away?
Westwood, absolutely no idea. I didn't expect to see him back. Oh, that's a really bad one from Mort. Really, really high challenge on Ben Tilbury. A full set of studs. Looks as though Tilbury's got away with it injury-wise, but it was very high. Mort. Has to be a yellow card. He's not going to do it. No. It was dangerous, that. Baker's free kick into the danger zone. Taylor Randall with the shots, which is we've got a 2-on-2 now if Martin can get it down, and finds Dylan Parker, who's running between the centre halves. Big danger. Romario Martin is offside. He's also put it wide. Tell you what, that's a superb effort by Sam Whitten to get back in there. Flag went up, but Martin had gone round Adam Harrison, looked up the odds on to put the races 2-1 up, but the man with the
it looks a certain goal, didn't it?
The man with the Battenberg came to our rescue. He also missed,
great save, wasn't it? Great tackle. And,
the fact they didn't even put it into the empty net is a good thing, but that was the scariest moment we've had so far. Besides coming out for the second half. So it's Douglas now looking to come forward, looking for an option. He's found Reece Taylor Randall, who's been lively in the second half. Aaron Roberts, you could see it every time he looked up. You could see exactly what was going to happen. He was going to give it some welly. Unfortunately, he gave it too much welly. Welly without a rangefinder. And he picked out the guys behind the goal. Crane with the goal kick. We're 17 minutes to go here at the County Sports Ground at Claines Lane. All you have to do with this referee is just fall over and you get a free kick. Maybe we should fall over in the box. Crane with the free kick. Conceded by Whitten after his enterprising run forward. Came to nothing. Templeton's done really well to hold off Dimitri Brown there. Brown's a powerful individual, so the defender's done extremely well. The referee's assistant is indulging in some banter. Big hoof up from Taylor Randall, and that one's not quite found the road, but the Racers have used all 3 subs, but now they've got Josh Steele is a little sore, I think. He's been I think their most regular appearer this season. I think he was at the club before Scotty Easterlow came back, and I think he's played 24 league matches this season. But they have used 56 players, which is remarkable. I mean, I think even the dark days of the City's decline from the Conference North, we didn't quite get to 56 players. It's 15 minutes to go, plus hopefully not too much stoppage time. Which just about sums the game up, really. Throw in, not dealt with very well. The defender put it straight out and then got in the way, trying to stop us from taking another throw. It's been that sort of... no. Martin versus Mafosa. And the big lad at the back, Fortune Mafosa, has been big and strong there. He's dealt with the pace of Romario Martin in what was a one-on-one situation, and on the day it's out for a throw to Racing Club 10 yards from the City goal line, which Steele, restored to full health, will take. Driven cross, Mafosa heads clear, George Baker hooks it on. Good strength and touch from Westwood, and Westwood is running. Dimitri Brown is offside. I must admit, when I saw where he was, I was expecting there to be a flag, but you
can't see where a goal's coming from, can you, for us, really?
it's going to be inspired, lucky, or bundled in off somebody's knee or something like that, if there is to be a goal.
Well, we'll take, after the first goal, we'll take that.
Yeah, we're not going to get that sort of luck twice in a game. Anyway, Fortune Mafosa to load one into the Racers' half. Gone through for Reece Taylor Randall. He's looking for an option. That's extremely good defending from Mayuba there. Really quality defending then, because Whitten was free at the back stick. Into the last 10 minutes here at the County Sports Ground at Claines Lane. Just looking at that lovely all-weather surface with more goals than you could shake a stick at, just across the way, wistfully. I wonder why the County FA don't hold their tractor rallies on the AstroTurf. He was offside as well. He's coming back from an offside position.
He was on the wrong side of him.
Yeah. Jonah's not fit yet. Not match sharp anyway. James Douglas is about to incur a little booking. It's a great touch from Dylan Parker, but I don't think there was a foul there, but Douglas has kicked the ball away, and that only means one thing: he gets let off. Show for it, Ed. Harrison with the clearance up to halfway. Once again, it's Kendrick takes it off the top. Hasn't missed a thing in the air, Ben Kendrick, all match. Commanding centre-half performance from the two Racing Club defenders. That's a lovely touch there from Taylor Randall for Roberts. Taylor Randall tries to cut inside. Didn't really get his shot away. That's a nice turn from Westwood, but, well, was he turning to create space for himself, or was it the shot? Either way, it bundled through on the deck. Was well dealt with by Crane. I think you can send somebody off for being in the way.
I think they say that for everything.
Eh?
I think they say that for everything. Tackles, yeah, that's in the wall.
Yeah, it's from the era when if we didn't win 5-0 it wasn't good enough. Mort has given Douglas the slip here, and he's it's a big hit from Toby Scott, but it's a big hit that's gone 2 or 3 yards wide. A little bit too close for comfort. Sat up nicely for him, he's thundered it, but thankfully the other side of the onion bag. Still hasn't missed a thing all game, so they're back four. The initial back four they started the game with has been very impressive, actually. Very resolute. Mayuba's already been booked, but despite Mafosa's best attempts to get him a second card, it's not going to happen. George Baker is swinging in then as we come into the last 5 minutes here at Claines Lane. Baker's main target here will be Craig Jones. It's Templeton, as he has done all game, getting there first. Roberts looking for options. Step overs and little things just aren't working today. Scott looks to play Mayuba down the right. He's cut inside Baker and found Dylan Parker. There's danger for City. Roberts across to cover. Parker does well to win the corner off Roberts. Racing Club's second corner of the game. First one caused a few problems and took us about a minute to actually get the ball away in the end. Josh Steele to swing it in then. Oh, it's we've had a falling over in the box. It's Romario Martin who's taking a tumble, and Craig Jones who's getting with both captains a word being exchanged. They're going to swing this one under the bar, it's a given. They do swing it under the bar. Harrison gets to it and punches it out. Templeton recycles it to swing it in. Templeton looked at chance for a break. And Dimitri Brown is somehow managed to find his way through. Dimitri Brown has done what Dimitri Brown does. Half a chance, slides it into the back of the net. And with 3 minutes to go, Worcester City take the lead here at Claines Lane. All from a Racing Club corner. They've hung it up under the bar. It's been punched out. Templeton, who's been impressive all game, tried to play one of his own men in. It's been cleared. George Baker's thumped it forward. Dimitri Brown's got on the end of it. And Dimitri Brown, top goal scorer that he is, has slotted it into the bottom corner of the net.
I mean, that's the only bit of quality for us the whole game. And that is quality, isn't it? That's what he's for, and that's what he does time and time again. He's just quality.
We said it was going to take either a fluke or a moment of quality, spark of quality, and we've just seen that spark of quality. Yes, maybe slightly fortuitous that the ball found its way forward where it did, but we've got the he's read it, he's had the strength to get through one-on-one, and then he's picked his spot. Never in doubt. We're back underway with Ricardo Dudley looking to play in Toby Scott. Let's see. Parker's managed to get in here, so clever ball from Mort through. Parker's swung his cross up. Adam Harrison is dealt with it comfortably. Took a big deflection from the poster on the way through.
On their corner, they didn't commit everybody forward, but once we won the ball off the first play, they pushed forward and left 2-on-2.
Yeah.
If they'd stayed back, they'd have been alright. They left 5 back.
And their entire back four were all forward.
Yeah.
So it's two midfielders who were back who... strange clearance from Harrison. It's a City free kick. Taylor Randall's been bundled over by Steele.
I wouldn't have thought there'd be too much added time to go on to today.
No.
Maybe a minute or so, 2 minutes possibly.
Couple of minutes. When this trainer's only been on once. There's been 5 substitutions, but they were in clusters together, so when individual breaks. So Dimitri Brown now down by the corner flag. Doesn't win a throw, the ball's rebounded back off him. This hand roof is in the wrong place. Well, it's in the right place for being on the stop as a roof, but it's in the wrong place for height. Craig Jones with a throw, then down into the corner. It's a bit of head tennis. Dimitri Brown gets the final head on it. It goes out for a Racing Club throw, literally inches from the corner flag. We're now into stoppage time. Taylor Randall wins the header. Westwood looks to turn it on, and Dudley takes a huge risk there. It gets there ahead of George Baker. Right, there could be one last chance for Racing Club then, because Scott's been brought down by Sam Whitten.
Somebody's the keeper's going up. We win the ball here.
Yeah, Dan.
Keeper's going up.
Yes, I don't like to see it. So they're going to swing it into the box. They're leaving one man back, who's the shortest player on the pitch. Only Dimitri Brown up for City. It's been a more exciting last 5 minutes than the previous 85. So it's swung in, flicked on. Templeton actually got the shot away. Everyone thought it was going to go out for a corner, but George Baker's managed to keep hold of it. Good defending by Craig Jones yet again. It should have possibly have been a flag there, but swung to the far post by Martin. Bucko looks for a step over, looks to try and create. Toby Scott treads to the ball. Both Kendrick and Templeton still both up. There, it looks like City are preparing to bring Cam Monteith on. It looks as though Dimitri Brown is coming off. Maybe. I think he knows that, which is why he's walking away from it. Yeah, it's Dimitri Brown coming off. Cameron Monteith coming on. We're nearly 4 minutes into added time now. I can't actually remember the last home win. I was here, but I can't remember who we beat or when it was. Westwood across to close out.
I think it was Lichfield actually, 19th of December.
Yeah. Been a while. Not had many home games, but the ones we have had, we've lost. Anyway, no chickens to be counted.
Time to go on to. It was 94 minutes. Where's we haven't had any injuries at least?
Cranes coming back up. Linesman isn't watching where the feet are. The final whistle is blown by Lewis Smith. The final whistle that signals the result of Worcester City 2, Racing Club Warwick 1. Hard fought match. Pretty much devoid of quality for 95 minutes. It must be said, the one moment of quality coming from the finish from Dimitri Brown, showing why he's a top Southern League Premier striker.
Over £600 race that became. That's good. Well, thank you for doing that, Tim.
Team sheets?
What's the highlights on the bar? right, mate. Thank you very much.
Being over there.
City looking to build down their left. Turn around, looks in field. Muirhead gets a heavy touch. He's found Bailey Fuller, who's got a shot away into the side netting. Be off there. Martin will get it down, and finds Dylan Parker running between the centre halves. Big danger. Romario Martin is offside. He's also put it wide. Tell you what, that's a superb effort by Sam Hutton to get back in there. Touched off and taken back for Roberts. Tries to cut inside. Didn't really get his shot away. That's a nice turn from Westwood. But, well, was he taken as a... Bort has given Douglas the slip here, and it's Dimitri Brown is somehow managed to find his way through. Dimitri Brown! Dimitri Brown has done what Dimitri Brown does. Half a chance, slides it into the back of the net.
We were shocking, weren't we?
Yeah.
The final whistle is blown by Lewis Smith. Final whistle that signals the result of Worcester City 2, Racing Club Warwick 1. Roberts with the overlap. It's looking for some movement. It comes from Bailey Fuller, who's been taken out very late. But Muirhead's connected with on the volley, but it's ended up back with Adam Harrison getting a chance for a clearance, which Templeton has dealt with 10 yards inside the Racing Club half. And now we've got Ben Tilbury moving forward, looking for a ball over the top. It's Dimitri Brown is onside. Dimitri Brown onside with his left foot, but he's put it a yard or two past it. Kendrick comes forward, but can only pick out Tilbury. There's an early lofted ball into the channel for Dimitri Brown to chase. Brown on the edge of the box, he's looking for some movement. He's got inside, thinking to the far post. Probably Loco. Oh, it's Bailey Fuller for the first time really in the game. He's looked to play. Witten's had the shot, and it's been deflected into his own net by Templeton. Completely innocuous, harmless, but to be fair, Romario Martins just got clean through here from Mayuba, and Racing Club have equalised. A goal from Dan Murphy's hit it. City looking to build down their left. It's Taylor Randall looks in field. Muirhead against a heavy touch. He's found Bailey Fuller, who's got a shot away into the side netting. 2 now if Martin can get it down, and finds Dylan Parker, who's running between the centre halves. Big danger. Romario Martin is offside. He's also put it wide. Tell you what, that's a superb effort by Sam Whitten to get back in there. That's a lovely touch there from Taylor Randall for Roberts. Taylor Randall tries to cut inside. Didn't really get his shot away. That's a nice turn from Westwood, but win 5-0, it wasn't good enough. Mort has given Douglas the slip here, and he's it's a big hit from Toby Scott, but it's Templeton looked at chance for a break. And Dimitri Brown is somehow managed to find his way through. Dimitri Brown has done what Dimitri Brown does. Half a chance, slides it into the back of the net. Linesman isn't watching where the feet are. The final whistle is blown by Lewis Smith. The final whistle that signals the result of Worcester City 2, Racing Club Warwick 1.